Hello everyone, my name is Cora. Welcome back to my channel, Pampered Pages, and welcome to today's library excursion. I am mere minutes away from heading off to my library to make some returns, have myself a Bookish Peruse, and pick up a hold that I have that I need to pick up by today. But before I go, I do want to share what I am going to be returning. These titles are going to look very familiar if you watched my last video. First, I'm going to be returning Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I read this while at the same time listening to the audiobook, and I had a great experience. I do recommend listening to the audiobook if you are able, and coupling it with the physical book was just chef's kiss, 10 out of 10. I don't know if it's my favorite Taylor Jenkins Reid book. It's either this one or Malibu Rising. Up next, I am planning on reading Atmosphere, and then following, it's over here, Maybe in Another Life, which I picked up at my favorite used bookstore. So I have my contenders following.
Oh my goodness. What was that noise?
I don't know.
Up next, I am going to be returning Beautiful Ugly by Alice Feeney. I inhaled these pages. This is my first Alice Feeney read, and I don't think it's going to be my last. I was very absorbed. I feel like the setting really, really enhanced the plot, and I read it mostly late at night, and there were some very eerie moments, but I did have a very enjoyable reading experience. Currently, I am reading Blue Sisters by Coco Mellors. I am in my infancy with this one. I'm less than 50 pages in, so there is a lot that I shall learn as I continue along. And then, what else? I'm also still listening to The Summer I Turned Pretty, so I have no intention on returning that at the moment. And then I'm still on hold for Swift and Saddled. I talked about that in my last vlog. So yes, that is everything that I will be returning, picking up a hold.
I think that's it.
I feel like there's something else in my noggin that I'm missing, but I'll fill you in later. I have my sips. I need to grab my book bag, and then I'll head off. So let's go. One library venture and tumbler of coffee later, and I'm back home. I wanted to film my haul in my car, but it's a very balmy one today. So I came back home, freshened up, drank a few sips of water, and here I am, another couch chat with Cora. I had a wonderful Bookish Peruse, and I ended up checking out 4 titles. I grabbed a book for my husband, and then I also snagged my hold, and then I also found 2 additional titles that I have never heard of before, but very much intrigued me. First is The Treasure Hunters Club by Tom Ryan, and this one caught my eyeballs because of the word treasure. From what I've gleaned from the blurb, this story follows 3 individuals and how their paths converge, all due to lost pirate treasure. I'm looking at the blurb, and we follow a man named Peter, a young girl named Dandy, and then a woman named Cass. And they all have their lives going on. Things are happening. things that they're dealing with. And the final paragraph reads, Peter, Dandy, and Cass have never met, but they're on a collision course with each other in the mystery that has defined Maple Bay, where the story takes place, for 2 centuries, and none of them are prepared for the shocking truths that may or may not still be buried there. Sign me up. Aye, aye, Captain. Let's find this treasure and see what that's about.
I'll find him, Captain Boss, Mr. Sid, sir. Arr!
Okay. This next book has already made me cry, and I have not even read the first page. We have The Red Address Book by Sophia Lundberg. This story follows a 96-year-old woman named Doris who lives alone in Sweden, and her only living relative is her grandniece who lives in America. From what I've gathered, Doris finds her old address book that she has had since she was a girl, and in it are the names of everyone that she has met and loved throughout her life. So what she does is she recounts her life. She puts pen to paper and she starts documenting her life to give to her grandniece in hopes it helps. Her grandniece is named Jenny, and the blurb reads, can she help Jenny, haunted by a difficult childhood, unlock the secrets of their family and finally look to the future? And whatever became of Alan, the love of Doris's life? I also watched a video from the author, and this book was inspired by her own great aunt Doris. I had a great aunt Doris. So I had to get this. I have to see what this story is about, and I'm calling it. I'm going to cry. We'll keep those tears. They're in there. They're waiting, and they're going to expel themselves. I just know it. Finally, My Hold is a title I have seen floating around all summer long. The Wedding People by Alison Espak. This story follows 2 women, Phoebe and the bride. They are both at a place called the Cornwall Inn. Phoebe is there for her own reasons, which I'm assuming we will find out. And the bride is there to get married. And Phoebe is the only person there who is not there for this wedding. And their paths converge. The blurb reads, The Wedding People is ultimately an incredibly nuanced and resonant look at the winding paths we can take to places we never imagined and the chance encounters it sometimes takes to reroute us. I also recently watched an interview with the author, and she said the story takes place over the course of a week, so I'm intrigued. I'm looking forward to meeting these characters and seeing how their lives and paths cross and what stories get shared, because I don't know. I haven't read it yet, but those are the 3 books I checked out from my library today. I will be getting to The Wedding People first after finishing Blue Sisters, because it is due back. There goes my receipt. It's due back the quickest. Another library excursion is in the books, and right now I am planning on making some decent progress in Blue Sisters. I need to make some lunch, and then I'm going to delve in. This one I already know because I've already felt it. It's going to be a hard hitter emotionally. What else is new? Quite frankly, this book feels a bit like exposure therapy, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Give it to me. Thank you guys so much for coming along. I hope you enjoyed venturing out with me to my local library today. Having fun isn't hard when you've got a library card. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you soonish. Bye!